Does the gentleman from Michigan seek recognition?
Madam Speaker, I ask to strike the last word.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
Madam Speaker, I rise to commend the Committee on Appropriations for its leadership in resolving the nuclear waste issue. This is certainly a very crucial issue for all Americans. Last year, I would remind us that the House voted 326 to 81 in favor of the Shimkus amendment to increase the bill's funding for Yucca Mountain license review. This year, the committee has once again reflected the will of the House, not just by funding the license review, but also providing the Department of Energy the authority to transfer funds to the NRC, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. And it's my understanding that this provision gives both DOE and the NRC the flexibility to make sure that the Yucca Mountain licensing case gets optimum resources where needed to make real progress in meeting our nation's need for a safe repository to isolate our spent nuclear fuel and high-level defense waste. And I yield to Mr. Frelinghuysen.
The gentleman from Michigan is correct. The Department of Energy would have the flexibility to transfer funds as needed to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, either from funds appropriated in our bill or from funds previously appropriated for this purpose that remain unspent. This language will also allow the Department of Energy to reprogram funds and subsequently transfer them to the NRC for this purpose, if necessary, to ensure that no one can claim that access to adequate funds is a barrier to completing the review of the Yucca Mountain license application.
Well, I thank the gentleman from New Jersey. This approach really does build on last year's momentum to get the job done. Consumers and taxpayers have paid over $15 billion, that's B as in big, to find out whether Yucca Mountain would be a safe repository for civilian spent nuclear fuel and defense nuclear waste. They deserve an answer. Yes, they do. And under this bill, they're going to get one. I would commend all the members of the Appropriations Committee for this, and I would urge all members to vote yes on this appropriation bill for FY 2014 so that we can make additional resources available to perform the critical work.
Would you be good enough
I
to yield to me?
again to the gentleman from New Jersey.
I thank the gentleman for his comments, and I'd also like to recognize his leadership on this issue as the chairman of the House Energy and Commerce Committee. He's worked hard with his colleagues to ensure that the will of the people is heard. The administration must apply the law that Congress already enacted and get this job done. We look forward to working with the gentleman to get this appropriation enacted and to get this license wrapped up at the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. And I yield to you back.
Well, I just want to say again, I want to compliment you and your staff. This has been a major issue for us for a good number of years, something that needs to get done. I look forward to continuing that strong relationship as we look to the future, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Michigan yields back. For what purpose does the gentleman from Oregon seek recognition?